If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
All right, Tom Brady lost Super Bowl yesterday, but he's still the GOAT. Sorry, Michael Jordan. Come on, y'all, don't be ignorant. We know who the GOAT is. It's much more difficult to win a Super Bowl championship than it is the NBA championship. Look at this. Bill Russell won 11 of them in 13 years. And Tom Brady, Charles Haley, they've won 5. Think about it. So for every Super Bowl win, it's like double compared to an NBA championship. And let's be respectful. We're splitting hairs here between two of the greatest. But Tom Brady has made no names into household names. Michael Jordan, yeah, some Hall of Famers, a couple, a few, a many, and you still went out there and produced. But for my money, and because I know how tough it is to win a championship, trust me, see how many rings I got on? Yeah, I don't even want this one. None. It's that difficult to get one, let alone 5. So just pure mathematics. Respect the greatness. And that's Tom Brady, the GOAT.
One, let's separate best from greatest.
Yes, please.
We have to.
Let's do that.
Because the best athlete ever is somebody we all know from the hood or somebody we grew up with. But man, damn, why you have all them kids? Or why you couldn't stay focused?
Fair.
Like, best athlete, when you're being literal like you are,
Yes, sir.
is about athleticism. Who jumps the highest, who can jump the farthest, who can run the fastest, etc. But Tom Brady is the greatest athlete. 1, by accomplishment and accolade. We know that. But 2, because he doesn't even have to be the best. But when you sum up all of those skill sets, and think about it, Acho, I don't know how great you are physically on a football field. I didn't play with you, and I just got to listen to your stories and other stories, which is all hearsay because I didn't see Acho day to day. But I look at you now, I was like, damn, he looked like a stud. He looked like he could ball. So the point is, whatever you look like and whatever you can do, whatever I could do, whatever I look like, Tom Brady's like, looks are deceiving. I will be greater than all your skill sets you can give me. Go. How fast are you? Are you faster than me? How far can you throw? Oh, you can throw it farther than me? Oh, okay. Every attribute you can name.
Like where you going?
Tom Brady says, add it all up, and it's still not enough. Aaron Rodgers, you're more talented than Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers, you have this tremendous skill set that is entering you into the GOAT conversation you don't even belong in. But take that to Cabo, bruh. Because you are not Tom Brady, who is the greatest of all time. I don't have anyone to pit him against in this conversation right now because you didn't give me anybody. But I will say this in my last layer of my first lap. Tom Brady is playing also the ultimate team sport, where there are more variables than any other sport. When you talk about individual sports, as great as it is that it's all on you, is also all on you. You don't have to worry about others and motivating them and leading them. It's you're the only one that has to be accountable. So I also look at that situation and demerit individual sport athletes because Tom Brady's like, not only do I have to be great, I have to make others great, even when they're not focused, even when they're not committed, even when they're not good enough. And Tom Brady has added all those ingredients up, good and bad, and made it the greatest. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
I like your take. I like your take.
With this win, I believe the most significant long-term statement that is made is that Tom Brady is the greatest American pro sports athlete of all time. I say team athlete, right? Because it's impossible, I think, to compare someone like Tom Brady or Michael Jordan with Michael Phelps or Roger Federer or Serena Williams or someone like that is able to be completely in control of their performance by themselves. But right now, I would say the 2 greatest American team sport pro athletes of all time are Tom Brady, the unquestioned and unvanquished #1 all time, and second place, I would put Michael Jordan. And then I think there's a big gap after those 2. I really do. I think it is Brady 1. I think it is Jordan 2. And then I think there is a substantial gap after those 2 before you get to anybody in the 3rd position.
That's the conversation we're having about Tom Brady. It's not about who runs the fastest 40. It's about who maxed out their athletic greatness to the utmost. Yeah. And to me, no one. I put Muhammad Ali and Tom Brady in terms of maxing out their skill, whatever their God-given talents, I'd probably put Jordan right there with him. But Jordan just had so much. To me, he's more talented than Brady and Ali. And to me, there's something about Ali and Brady's will and heart that just takes them to another level over other athletes.
No, I'm in the barbershop. And you decide to go to the salon with this conversation. You know what? Who's the best? Who could jump the highest? Give a damn how high you jump. This ain't the combine. I need to know what you can do on the field. Make it translate. Or I'm going to start talking bad about you. Also, Tom Brady was drafted in baseball, since you want to give Deion Sanders and Bo.
Where was he drafted? 18th round? Do your homework.
Where was he drafted in football? 6th round. You and Tom Brady drafted in the same round. What the point? Don't be trying to hate on Tom Brady. And I love Deion Sanders. I got to get him out this conversation because it's going to hurt me. I love Deion Sanders. Here's the thing. If you look at Tom Brady's greatness, it's so contagious. Like, he's the common denominator of one dynasty. He's the common denominator of a second dynasty. And damn it, in a couple weeks, if he goes out there and wins and they return to form, he may be the common denominator of a third dynasty. Bruh, peep this. Tom Brady in his 10th Super Bowl potentially can win his 7th Super Bowl, and no one else has even played more than 6 Super Bowls. Dude, he's lapping the field. Didn't Lil Wayne have a verse about that? He's like, y'all thought I was running now. That was my victory lap. I'm just jogging. That's
a bar.
No, he's jogging. He's 43 in a Craftmatic luxury chair and still lapping Aaron Rodgers, who's more talented and more skilled than him. Still lapping Drew Brees, who I don't know if he's more talented or skilled, but certainly was a dragon to slay. This is Tom Brady going to a new team saying, oh, y'all thought it was just Belichick and I could take Belichick out of this. No slight to Belichick and his greatness, but now replicate that greatness somewhere else.
Let me ask you this.
Give me something to fight against. Let me ask you this. Wes Welker was a San Diego Charger who was released to the Miami Dolphins, who was just okay, all right. And then he finds Tom Brady on his journeyman path. And then all of a sudden, you know who he becomes? Wes Welker. Now, I could keep going with those examples because it happens so many times. There are guys who gravitate to Tom Brady and have their greatest success. And then they get away from Tom Brady and they're just less than. Versus Tom Brady, who has his greatest success in New England. And now he's left there and is still on that same level of great success.
And who am I to disagree with Jim Harbaugh or Nate Burleson and certainly Peter Schrager? But I am going to go the other way. He is not the greatest football player ever. I think he's the greatest athlete ever.
Whoa.
Nate, I'm thinking about this. Now let's talk about let's talk about
We're
this.
both Jordan fans.
I'm glad you brought that up. All right.
Okay.
Tom Brady's 39. At this point in his career, Jordan is a back to the basket turnaround jump shooter with the Wizards. At this point in his career, Muhammad Ali is losing 3 of his last 4 fights, a shell of the fighter he used to be. At this point of his career, Derek Jeter is a middle infielder with limited mobility, batting .256 in his final season. Tom Brady dropped back 70 times last night, got the hell kicked out of him, kept getting back up, willed the team to win. I'm willing, Kay, to go bigger than greatest athlete. Is he the greatest man ever? Is he FDR, Gandhi, Paul Rudd, the greatest people of this generation, 100% approval rating? I'm all in on Brady. I think he's the greatest athlete we've ever seen. And I know everyone watching is throwing up at the screen because they hate New England. This is the day.
Better.
He keeps getting better, Kay. He says he's going to play till 56 years old. I believe him.
Terry Bradshaw said, let's say you win. What's next? Are you done? And he goes, hell no. That was his answer.
I don't believe there is any doubt any longer. Tom Brady is the greatest American pro sports team athlete of all time. And I'm not sure that in any of our lives, anyone else is ever going to come close to him again. That is the biggest takeaway from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' domination of the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday. This was a beatdown of epic proportions. The Kansas City Chief offensive line was destroyed by the defensive front of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And as a result, Patrick Mahomes was never able to be remotely comfortable in the pocket. In fact, he was running for his life almost the entire evening down in Tampa. Tom Brady was cool and calm and collected as he has been for most of his career, won his 5th Super Bowl MVP and his 7th Super Bowl overall. Tom Brady now has more Super Bowl victories than any franchise in the entirety of the NFL. The stats and craziness about Tom Brady in the wake of this performance, I'm going to run through all of them, but we begin with this. Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls. The New England Patriots with 6. Obviously, all of those were won by Tom Brady. The Steelers with 6. The 49ers with 5. And the Cowboys with 5. Again, Tom Brady, more Super Bowl wins than every franchise in the NFL right now.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.